What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, is that the order of what he's gonna bite? I don't know. I'm guessing that's the order of... Oh, snap. Oh. And I'm eating. Oh, come on. Wow. Okay. Well then. Okay, let's go ahead and get this going. See where the story leads this time. Are we gonna learn any more about Laha bread? Whoa, look at that. An unwelcome visitor. Claudin's eyes are brimming with excitement of discovery. Okay. Anthony, I have made a breakthrough. After uncountable days and nights, I finally hearkened to the crystal's whisper, and I must say... Professor Claudin, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Yes, of course. My apologies, Anthony. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. Ahem. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning, with a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beasts and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and I think I called him Eric last time. Eric Thornios was significant to restore order to the circles of Espedelos, but a greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandaemonium, a presence yet stirs, in intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Yeah, sure, you can say that. Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detect an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole, and indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. What do you mean by that? So my friend, I must depart to search for it. Forthwith, by tracing the matching etheric signature to its source. I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Anthony grace us with his protection? I think I'm going back to Pandaemonium, boys. I'm afraid he has more pressing matters to attend to. My dear Razanad, namely to seek out the secrets while lie nestled within Pandaemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It will be prudent to check in an occasion, in case there are any unanticipated changes. Wait, so they're trying to go themselves? That's what it sounds like. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancients' creations. You can't mean... Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you take good care of the laboratory in my absence. Okay. I apologize for the somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudin tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard, much as it spoke only to you last time. None but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for his crystal seemed to be a simpler enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Anthony, it may be the best to return to the Pandaemonium, as Professor Claudin suggests. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandaemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There is something I would have you investigate in my stead. And what could that be? While those creations confined within Pandaemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on the creatures Anthony has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it is certain beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only his strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Sure can. I'll do my best. I thought they would try to find some type of way to get into Pandaemonium with me. I was like, oh, I would have not expected that. Well, cool. Let's see. Yep. Going back to Elpis. It feels like it's been forever since I've been here. Or is that our guy right there? Oh, yeah, it is. Well, hello there. Good to see you again. I did not expect to meet you here of all places. You seek records of Pandaemonium's creation? Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Okay. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'd rest for a spell. If there is nothing else, I shall take my leave. Alright. Yo, how you been? As should we, for I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandaemonium's protective wards continue to be sealed by our unknown foe, there has been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Eric's capacity to keep watch over Asmodeus while I'm away. He works diligently to master instrument that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Nurses to Pandaemonium. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely been ages since I've been back here. I like the whole idea whenever there's a patch that happens, there's like a raid every other patch. Or, you know, a normal raid and alliance raid every other patch and all that. Because it helps me digest the story so much more, if you know what I mean. Hello there. As I pondered our expedition into Pandemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hasperos and Eric were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looked to his father with bold hatred. Would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions towards a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in a larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself, it is more or less accepted as a way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling of approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facilities, particulars I find troubling besides. I decided that the best course of action would be to go straight to the source, pose my questions to a member of the wards of La Habrea. Oh, I thought it was probably Eric for a moment. Well, I guess not. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. Yeah, that is a really good question. The facility is overseen by the wards of La Habrea. After all, why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis, could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the wards of La Habrea themselves. Huh. Interesting. Given this, albeit limited, information, I cannot but feel that the Academia Adder would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and one we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis periodically drew the attention of Pandemonium's researchers. That is quite the change. In fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea. Dang, he's got a lot of hand in it. I mean, it makes sense that he's the leader in charge of it. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? Oh, yeah, he's on to something there. I know not what you're suggesting, but the key wards also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny? Scrutiny, yep. They are duty bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although I admit as of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic, but recently received a report from one of the key wards stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. That's definitely not true. It's definitely not okay. Definitely not. Really? And you are certain that a key ward sent it? Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction. But I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That will be all for my prying. Then I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigations freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. So, somebody's sprouting lies in there. All is well. A blatant lie. Yeah, exactly. And to that we can both attest. One of the remaining key wards is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandemonium with haste. Cool, let's do it. Let's get the Pandemonium. Where's he at this time? I guess it's probably La Habrea himself that is spreading the lies. That's what I'm guessing right now. I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Eric at the mercy of their machination. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Yep. Oh yeah, we get to listen to this nice Castlevania music again. What is he doing? Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now, time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude? What? Who goes there? Oh, what the heck is that? It's the eye that we saw earlier. There's something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. You allow this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix, but that monster is locked away. That it is. In spite of the trouble I went into in freeing it, I might add, begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form. If you must, but with control of Asphodelos, wrest it from my grasp to simply the best I can offer you. Hide, if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of Lahabre, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I have heard those words many times. The scolding of a tutor whose students struggle to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I have not told that to anyone, not even keyboard Hasbros. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, Lahabrea. At last you move to keep up. Petty that you remain behind nevertheless. What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deemed to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Though you may be, you are yet indisposable to Pandemonium's great experiment. There's an infection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Oh, hey. Just in time. I don't know what it is, but I'll beat it up. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. That's right. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. Send me out your best. Or run away, I guess. Okay. Themis? Just what was that familiar after? He's after our boy Eric. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There is but one person who can hold thrall over familiar, creation, and keyword alike. And his name is Laha Bread. I think this is our first fight. Mask of the Father. Eric is certain he knows the identity of Pandemonium's Sicilian. Alright, well, let's do it. And so there can be but one conclusion. Laha Bread was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There is logic to that. there are few with the wherewithal to even understand experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it proves him the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by La Habrea, I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? The version I know is a little different. Yeah, the La Habrea that we've known for quite some time is a little different. La Habrea is capable of far more than you know. It's still too early to say for certain. I'm going with the first one. Is he? So you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples? If it brings his goals closer in reach, that alone will be enough. But let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotions stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stop or stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on the stands in stark contrast to your elevation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandaemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise choice. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomforting to behold. Cool. Then we must move forward with no exercise of caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandaemonium. We can safely assume that the other key wards won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos, one careful step at a time. Alright, well, let's do it. I should stay by Eric's side, in case of our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? Oh, of course, no problem. I got it. This will be cake. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the key wards' magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scale somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I totally got it. Abyssos, the fifth circle. You just sprinkled magic juice all over me? No. Okay, cool. So I had one thing I wanted to do with this raid. I want to do it under a different job. I want to try it with Gunbreaker. So, we're going in as a Gunbreaker on this one. And I might switch it up to something else later. I just want to change it up a little bit. Just what is La Habrea's planning? And what role do I play in this schemes? Guess we'll find out. Judging from the demeanor of that familiar, there is little doubt that our enemy has a tight grip on Pandaemonium and its citizens. We may be vulnerable. Okay. Oh, well, I don't have to run all the way up. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and run all the way up there. Wow, that was really instant. That popped up like instantly. It's probably because I'm a tank. Whoa, what the heck? He's teleporting us. Oh, he's probably gonna teleport us somewhere dangerous. Oh. Okay. First song starting out a little hard. Okay. I feel it. Mythic Creation. Proto Carbuncle. Yeah, I saw this in the trailer. Carbuncle's gone crazy. Alright, well, let's do this. I'm probably gonna let someone else... Oh, of course. The one time I decide to be a gunbreaker, there's another gunbreaker. Cool. Okay, I'm vibing to the music so far. It sounds pretty good. Okay, magic. What does that mean? Okay, so... something like that. So for the next fight, what I plan on doing, can I cross over? Yeah. Oh, wait. Everyone's over here. I see magic. Oh, okay. That's different. Okay. That's definitely different. Okay, magic again with these. I don't know what they mean. So the next fight, I want to try it as a DPS. Just to switch it up a little bit. Okay, magic. Okay, so I'm guessing whatever the red cubes are at is where it's gonna be pretty much taking over the whole area. That's my guess. Okay, so we get behind them. Pretty straightforward so far. Yeah, that's a good thing I didn't decide to try to take charge on this one, because there's no way I'll be able to do this correctly. Not until a couple more tries, of course. Get a good understanding of the fight. Okay. Here, Carbuncle, you good? You good, Carbuncle? You losing your ish? Yo, somebody give Carbuncle like a Snickers or something. Someone said, why can't my Carbuncle do that? That's goofy. Okay, right over here is probably safe. Yeah, it kind of tells you where it's safe and what's not, in a sense. so far this fight's been pretty straightforward. I feel like there's gonna be a huge twist at some point. Nice. I like how chill the song is, really. Okay, everyone's running over here. Is this saying this is easier? Oh! Uh-oh. The tank died, now it's me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, is that the order of what he's gonna bite? I don't know. I'm guessing that's the order of... Oh, snap. Oh. And I'm eating. Oh, come on. Wow. Okay. Well then. Well. Oh, I just saw that the last second. Okay, I remember seeing somebody's... It was Bellular. Bellular said something about the trailer gave off Persona vibes. That moment with the little piano keys definitely sounded a little Persona-like. Okay. Over here. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, that was wrong. See, I was following them, thinking they probably know. Great, a reflection. Okay. We come over here. I think we come over here. Yep. Oh, come on. Maybe tank swap? No, we're good, we're good. Okay. Almost got him. Oh, shoot. Well... Oh, wrong spot. I was supposed to be right here. Well, I predicted this at least. Nice. Whew. That was something else. That was fun. The music sounded pretty good too. It's definitely different than what the first set was like. I enjoyed the first set of music in the first set of raids, but that one was pretty good too. And someone give this carbuncle a Snickers. Yo, Dying, good evening, Raiders. Hey. What's up? Just started, got the first one down, and that was really fun. I need all of it. Oh, well, daggone it. Okay, well, never mind. Player accommodation, I'll give it to the other tank. He was doing really good. Even though he died like twice, I think. But I got eaten up bad. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Eric and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appeared particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Venus flytraps. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. It's La Habrea from the box art. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions. Unless I have misread you. Paragon. Am I supposed to know who you are? Huh. The second one's interesting. I'll just say the first one, La Habrea. Passively perceptive. Yes, I am La Habrea, of the Convocation of 14th. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Oh, what is this? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Such a thin ether and an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Eric will wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall we meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? He's a coward! Listen well, Eric. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Eric, wait. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten as you are. It says it right on the screen. Yeah. Easy. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation. It would never suffer as negation. Oh, he's got skills. He's like, you can't bound me. You sully his station with this farce. What? What's going on? Themis, what are you saying? Brea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine intimation in appearance and manner. However, the real Brea would never call me by the name Themis. He would go by his convocation name, right? 2 of them? What trouble have you gotten yourself into? Elidibus, I knew it! I knew he would do that. So we were all right that Themis is Elidibus. Imposter, you have no right to claim that form. That mask. So who is this? What? Who? Some mask that sickened me to wear. The master of Brea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Oh, so it was probably him that gave that order saying like, oh, everything's fine. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Such traits provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Eric, listen well. I am Hippohythos, and it is I whom you should call father. There's a lot that just happened there. What in the name of creation? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order. Elidibus, let us return to safety so you may provide it. Ah, that sounds more like the Brea I know. Yeah, this is 5 through 8 of the Pandaemonium Raids. And I only just did the first one, and it was really good. Before we depart, I must offer you an apology. As Brea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me. I know a thing or two about deception myself, but what? I'm gonna go with the first one. I like it. It kind of fits to, well, we kind of knew. Your perceptionist does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Please, help him. Save him. Must have been my imagination. Well, cool. Neato burrito. Let's talk to Eric first. Still don't understand. I see Elizabeth has chosen to keep odd company. Such a vexing composition of either you possess. Well, dang, man, what is that supposed to mean? Whatever, I guess. The arms cross was actually perfect timing on that one. Okay, Themis. As you are aware of by now, I am known as Elizabeth. After my dear friend Azum and I detected irregularities in Pandaemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was. So I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azum nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with his highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star is so similar to himself was out there amused. Azum's to no end, there was not a shade of doubt in my heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vana, who held the position of Azum previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Oh, well, thank you. I feel like I got... Let's get direct here. I admit my own grasp on what just occurred is somewhat tenuous. Doubtless, La Habrea can elucidate matters for us. Maybe so. At Keyword's Gall, Eric is resolutely avoiding his father's eyes. Eric, why are you doing this? But then again, is it really his father? I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea. And truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Habrea? And why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandaemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandaemonium, including the fact that Azum and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was. So that was a younger version of him. Imagine my surprise when, instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the key wards stating that research and operation were proceeding as usual. While Hippolytos' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hippolytos has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way. Yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He is the product of experimentation, gone away. A reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured man. Mine. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world imperably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to the rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandaemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster into our star. As chief keyword of Pandaemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be similarly abandoned and the facility destroyed. It may be necessary. What? You would leave the other warders to their doom? This is a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandaemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Eric's response, the decision is somewhat more nuisance than that Azam and I gripped with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I choose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring. No matter the cost, your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No? You spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Anthony has stood against. What's up? Anthony, is it? A being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? He is a guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to his stout arms and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Anthony. As outsiders, we are in unique position to look upon circumstances with our visions unclouded by attachment. I do wonder, are we still sticking with the whole idea that there's something unique about our characters? Because of course we can say, oh, we're the Warrior of Light, we came from the future, yada yada yada. But there's still so much hints within the entirety of the story of Final Fantasy XIV that we are something more than just Azam or the Warrior of Light. And I'm curious if they're ever going to touch upon that in the future of this game. Maybe in like the next saga or something. But it's just something that's always been roaming in my mind for some time. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Anthony. It's outside. Oh yeah, well, I already read that. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. La Habrea can't be trusted. What was that you said about being an emissary? Yeah, that's true. He makes the decisions on it. I want to say it's too soon to give up on them. Unless there's no other way, then yeah, pull the plug. But if there's a way we can save them, let's not give up on them yet. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about let me just call him Hippo. And I highly doubt La Brea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Aspedelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as La Elidibus, the emissary. Judge which approach is more sound. Even La Brea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well. Then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandaemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers. And neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, enduring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Anthony's might and Eric's resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandaemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. Oh yeah, you're gonna love the strength that I bring to the table. You're bolder than I remembered. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Anthony, come find me when you're finished. Cool. Eric is understandably frustrated, but if we were to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray, lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Alright. So we're gonna go talk to him, okay. Despite recent developments, our plan remains unchanged. Pray call me Themis for the time being. It shall put us all in the correct mindset. And in fact, I may be coming to prefer that name. No, you're Elidibus and you're gonna stick with Elidibus, Themis. As I call him Themis. You have done all you can with words. Only your actions can convince me now. Alright, calm it down. What's up, Eric? You okay, man? You need to talk? You do have my gratitude, ill-fitted as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Brea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other key wards did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen an escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hippo has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hippo would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No, one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think, Anthony? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the lives of others? Or will he carry out his duty with another blood on his hand? Ooh, tough to say because he was a little, heartless whenever we met him at first. He always was a man who worked from the shadows. He once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. You know what? The first one still is related to what's going on right now and what was going on during the time of A Realm Reborn, of course. I'm gonna have to go with the first one. I like all of these choices, really. I'm gonna have to go with the first one. Well, that in it of itself isn't reason for suspicion. He's one of the convocation, who must forge the path for mankind. Naturally, not all of their activities are conducted within public eye. Dang, that makes sense. But it's plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Anthony. It's easier for me to get carried away by emotion, where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandaemonium and its keepers. And the most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Sounds good? Let's do it. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those deaths than any of us. And seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, Anthony, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have special interests in your capabilities, and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. Researchers of different layers seldom contact one another unless work is involved, and I know next to nothing about the keyword of Abyssos. Any morals of information of La Habrea can offer would be a boon. Yep, that's true. Okay, I wonder if Themis would say anything different. Okay, no, same thing. Okay. No, I didn't mean to click on them. There we go. You ready? Eric appears to have deep trust in you. And Elizabeth tells me you share some relation to Asm? Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, Asm never ceases to surprise. Why, thank you, I guess. The previous Asm was much the same. And taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions, and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest, more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Asm's nature is the tendency to infect all of those who come into contact with. Him himself said much the same. Trust that I shall do not that would violate my duty. And yet you so feverishly invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however, only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it? Although I no longer have the control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keyword's reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creation of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hippo would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. Oh hey, she looked like she got some attitude. I speak of Hegemone, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is sustained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her, still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Hematheos, doubtless against her will. Some interesting names and pronunciations going on over here. Anthony Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Alright, well, let's do it. Your allies make you bold, Eric. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Goofy. They're really something else. The Sixth Circle. Alright. Well, I am wanting to do this in a different job. The next one I am wanting to do is Reaper. See how Reaper goes. Hegemone was a woman of reason and logic. She would never be swayed by wretched schemes. I hope she was not made to suffer overmuch. Now we prove our strength. Only then can we free the other warders and unveil the truth hidden in Pandaemonium's shadows. Let us not change the strategy that has served us so well thus far. Bring Hegemone to heal Anthony and Eric Thanos, and I shall inter her when the time is right. Okay? Let's do it! Let's see what this one's like. Ooh. Starts out very quiet. You got a tentacle coming out of your back? Nice. Oh. What the heck? That's definitely gonna come into play. Hematheos Hegemone. She seems to be enjoying her situation. At least say hey. Wow, just going right into it. Abyssos is my charge, and I shall not shirk my duty. Be swept away in a flood of ether. Okay. So I'm guessing we cannot be inside those places. Simple enough. Oh! I did not see that. Wow. I guess... Oh, this one's got lyrics. Sounds good. Oh! Oh, come on. Wow. Ooh, I kind of like this song. Oh, what does this mean? What does that mean? What is on me? I don't know what this means. Oh. What? Oh, you gotta face it away. Okay, I see, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, follow the crowd. Can I be right here? Okay. This is definitely an interesting fight. Oh, one of these things. Cool. Oh, dang it. I went a little over. Okay. So you can still be up close with this. It's just that you gotta be able to face away. Oh, shoot. Face away when it's necessary. Yeah. Alright, I understand it. Simple enough. Cannot measure against the keyboard. Okay. Okay, now it's got little arrow keys. Oh! Okay. Trickery. I hope this isn't the new phonics. Okay, so we gotta go to the opposite one? I don't know how that worked. I just followed everybody. Just following everyone. Oh, one of those two? Oh my gosh. They really want to keep you on your feet. Oh, shoot. Facing away. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that now. Nope. They got lucky there. Okay. So this fight's actually kind of straightforward. I just need to figure out the floors. I think that's the only thing. Oh, shoot, I did it again. Like this thing right here. I'm gonna follow this healer. He seems to know what's going on. It's always like the first time doing the fight. Someone said thank you for your sacrifice. Oh, Jag. That's goofy. Nice. Well, that was fun. Dang. A little bit's coming out there. Well, great job there. Another happy victory. Oh, I didn't even get to read what they say. Oh well. The rotating mechanic is the one that gets me every single time. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, Jack. I might as well go for more of those. Oh, never mind. Okay, well. Well, Nito Burrito. That was fun. Now for more story. I can sense from here that Hegemone had been contained. The effect of Hospitalos tickering in is even more dire than I had imagined. As it is to be expected, Eric appears quite pleased with our victory. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm very pleased with it. We've won. The key ward is sealed away and alive this time. La Habrea can't deny us now. You bet. Servant of Violence. Eric seems eager to dispel La Habrea's doubts. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemone has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I have squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being either as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magic, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hematheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. So it'd be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. In whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. And this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. I have faith in you. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can uprise his companions. That's something that Anthony and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express my bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. I 100% agree. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before the path lies close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hippo in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandaemonium again. It's because he wants to resurrect his mother. You are capable, that much is plain. Yet Hippo cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle. This is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to fully a Hippo's words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hippo has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understand the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Eric. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth guilt bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measured the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish bray about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother. Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss it. You will call me fool? You, who murdered your wife in service of your ambition, for the sake of the star, no doubt. Whoa. I can hear it again, that voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hippo's father. Mother. Oh, I love you so. And his voice will guide me to you. Oh boy. Quick him while he's distracted. No, listen. Listen not, Eric. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. And he's gone. Does that mean we're gonna have to fight him again? Oh, I forgot we were accepting the quest. This was Hippo's work. There can be no doubt. It seems he learned from his previous failure. La Habrea, what do you think? I find it interesting that I'm in a room with two of my biggest enemies in the game. But Hippo is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Eric, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage, simmering below the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Eric himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hippo's power, then the other keywards had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless, Hippo magic fed his admiration, envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? Yeah, I heard it too. It was like somebody saying to resist it. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Eric, but whom? Could it have been one of the key wards? Alas, their warnings arrived too late. I had already provoked Eric's past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hippo knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. Yeah, man, if he wasn't all on his butt, he probably wouldn't be all over. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Alright, well, let's do it. Whatever needs to be taken out, I'll take care of it. Just as with Hesperos, Eric is in danger of being consumed by Hippo's spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Habrea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more key ward lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonia is called Tartaros. It's Tartarus from Persona 3! I'm just kidding. Your passage shall be challenged, not only by a key ward. Hippo has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to say his name. That, I expect, is where Anthony shall shine. His dissolute ether shall allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it with Haspetelos, had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. That's right. Then time is of the essence. Hippo is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indisputable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. Eh? ¿Por qué? We have yet to discern to what end Hippo would use Eric. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Eric's feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anthemania, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? He's got a point there. I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Did you mean to protect Eric with your silence? So instead of being honest, you bicker like a child. Ooh, yo, that second one though. And so you drove your own son over the edge. I'm gonna go with the third one. The second one is a burn, but let's go with the third one. How dare you? No, you are right. The blame for Eric's fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. Then it's a deal. The remaining keyword is Aegis. She has served in Pandaemonium since inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hippo knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by the conventional means. Okay. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it will trivial to send you directly to Aegis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I yet to think of a foolproof method. So this is the one that all of you said this is very hard? Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense its essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hippo was more ambitious with her than he was with Hajimone. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. So you're giving me a pretty good warning with her. Alright, well let's get to it. The 7th circle. 7 is my lucky number, so hopefully this goes really well. I sense that Hippo has come close to the perfecting his image of a Hematheos, which means his research is in its final stages. I shall establish control of Abyssios while keeping an eye on your battle. When the dust is settled, Hippo will have nowhere left to flee. That's right, so we're gonna kick his butt here and now. I'm all out of tea. Oh, here we go. My red mage item level, not high enough. No. I think it's at like 575 or something like that. I am gonna work on it and getting it high enough later. Eventually. Because what I was gonna do is I was gonna do Gunbreaker, Reaper, Red Mage, and then Paladin. That's true. I have been running the new dungeon and said, whoa, what the heck? And more jams, of course. I have been running the dungeon several times, but not enough for like my red mage. I've been leveling the other stuff out. I think she had a far more worse fate. Let me say hi real quick. Oh, it's one of these. I have a feeling that the map is going to drastically change on us. I don't know how, but I think it's gonna change. Just the way it came out at first seemed a little different. Oh, we got an ultimate legend in here. I'm not gonna move. Let everybody else move. Okay, I'll move a little bit. That's that black mage mentality that's jumping in. Okay. I saw, yeah, Jack, I saw you went back there. Why? I was like, somebody went back there. This music's so good. Oh, was I supposed to do this? Oh, we can move over and all that if we need to. Okay, that's good. I was like, did I do this right? Let me come back over here. I knew the floor was gonna change. Yeah. Let's go again. Okay, little seeds. Ads. Not ads? Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm totally gonna get hit. I knew it. Okay. I don't know if this might be a good spot, but I'm gonna be here. Oh, wait. Don't assume. What the heck? How are we supposed to go in there? Oh, that's bull. What do we... Oh, okay. I was going to say... Was that like a bug or something? But no. Oh, again. Oh, I got so... I started paying too much attention on my rotation. Alright, first death in the... Well, no. More like second death in the raids. Okay, we now reach the halfway mark. I think this is where it's gonna start getting more difficult. Because I already started thinking it's a little manageable, but... Can we do over here? Oh, fiddle! Nope. Okay, what is it? Okay, it's one of those things. And we got soakers too? Oh, that's a little unfair. Okay. Oh, not again. I'm just taking in the music right now. Just the birds, yep. Whew. Oh, I knew I was gonna get smacked by that. Oh, come on. Putting up a shield. There we go. A little early on that. I knew I was gonna get destroyed by that. Ah! And there go my stacks. Okay, well, yeah, it is a little more difficult. But I feel like if I'd known the fight a little bit more, like the direction of some of the things, like I feel like I got a good grasp of it. I don't think it's as hard as Phonix was. Phonix was definitely very hard. There we go. Nice. Finish it off with that. Yeah, I think if I were to do one more run of it, I will have it down. It was difficult. The floors moving and all that was something else. But I think we could have got that down. It was fun. Okay. Yeah, I give it a silver. Let's see. Ooh, 98 on that? 97? Okay. I was like, if I'm already going to be getting so many... If I started out with the other ones, I might as well just go ahead and get it. Like the chess pieces. Well, Neato Burrito, that was fun. The moment Aegisthus was slain, the flow of the ether in Pandaemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. So it was almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then, with great difficulty. Ergo. Oh, is that her? If only I could restore Tartaros to order. But I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master Lahabrea. Likewise, keyword Aegisthus. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hippo's spell, even diminished as you were. 'Twas not an easy task. Even with your aid, his curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hippo's commands. Some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak the outside world. The report, that was you. Oh, I see. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I've called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. but I have greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master La Habrea, but the story must be told. This is the only way to understand Hippo's fixation on Eric. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hippetos. No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea has brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hippetos. These are my recollections of the moments following. I'm just trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth of Eric? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Oh, I think I'm beginning to understand. Eric believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame of Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies within me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubts, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. I see. Eric loved his mother more than life itself, and yet with a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word, a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you. And for Eric, I hope. Thank you, Adagus. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hippo has doubtless sensed that his final key ward has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us down. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Meaning I should go full on paladin. I'm just kidding. Well, maybe, I don't know. It was Eric's hatred of his father that cursed him to fall victim to Hippo's magic. Yet the roots of the hatred were born from a son's love. A love nurtured not by a mother's caring for her offspring, but by a researcher creating the ideal test subject. Pandaemonium bounds with demons indeed. I needed to figure out how to pronounce some of these names. Was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad I am that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to other side. Whoa, look at that. That looks interesting. One final wish. Lahabrea would speak further of Athena's fate. The vision you saw told the story far more adequately than I could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of sense of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say to certain that Eric could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hippo has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating a Hemitheo, or Hemothei. I know not what his ultimate end is, but it's plain it is connected with resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Eric to safety, in accordance with Atticus' last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hippo can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will. Yeah, because he doesn't have that keyword. There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. We could assume that Hippo will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Sounds good. Lahabrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Anthony's Phantom Warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal with the final blow to Hippo myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then that you had no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hippo bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magic that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together? I thought something was getting ready to happen for a second, but no. Oh, the 8th circle is already available. I thought we would probably go through a huge expedition dump or something. Well, that's fine. Well, we're going Paladin. For the last one, we're gonna go Paladin. You ready? Alrighty. Well, hold on. Let me do some dialogue real quick. If Hippo truly means to continue Athena's research, then Eric is indisposable to his goals. He is safe, but for how much longer I cannot say. The end is in sight. Return to me safely, friend. Will do, Themis, and you stay safe. The song is so good, hope I catch all the references? I hope so too. Usually, every fourth one has a pretty good song, so I'm looking forward to the music in this one. At last, Hippo's wicked plan is laid bare. He aims to... yeah, whatever. Alright, let's do it. So I'm just gonna be secondary tank. If there's tank swaps and stuff, I would try my best. But I'm ready to hear some cat jams. Let's do it. Let's hear this jam. Nope. Any moment now. Any moment now. Any moment now. Any moment will pop. Any moment now. Any moment now. Any moment now. Freaking Adrian holding this up. Yeah. Come on. Oh, freaking Adrian. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Have my music going. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta turn that into an emote or something. Freaking Adrian. The 8th circle. Where the jams at? Where the... oh.
Erithonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Well, thank you for having a voice act. Erithonios. Whoa, look at that design. Perfect imperfection. Alright, let's do it. Hey, this music. Alright, let me say hey.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
This is an interesting way to do it. I wasn't expecting the music to be like this. This is definitely different.
Fulgent flame, my servants rise.
Whoa, okay, that's cool. I gotta run over here.
Out of my sight.
Oh, I could have been on the other side. Okay.
Leave naught but ash in your wake. Let sweet sorrow to your heart.
Nope, that wasn't the right thing.
A fitting death.
I'm trying to pick up on the references cues. I mean, it sounds really good. I like it. It's different.
You will know my rage.
What the heck is this? Oh, what the heck is this? Okay, I see. Okay, I think I see. Wow, that's different. Oh, I'm picking up on the music cues. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, it's the final battle theme.
Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh, I didn't know that. Ah! And oh my gosh, really? Wow, okay, okay. What the heck? No time for a breather. Okay. I really need to pay attention to everybody else. 5 stacks. Okay, calm down. We got this.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
It's interesting that it's a blend of different music, like from dungeons and bosses. Okay, don't look at the eyeballs. Got it. I really need to get used to this fight. Okay, blue flames. Can I be all the way over here? Or is that a mistake? Oh, it's definitely a mistake. Oh, but I made it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be main tanking this for a while. Not until I get the fight done. I'm going to have to play this one a few times. Wow, we're only halfway through, too.
You will know my rage.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Gotcha, gotcha. Cool. Easy.
Praying before God.
This is definitely a very unique boss fight.
In flames and bliss.
I'm gonna follow everybody else.
Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I made it just in time.
Tempest rise. A fitting death.
Nice. I'm really curious to see what the third round of Pandaemonium Raids are going to end up being like. Because these have been pretty good so far. I've enjoyed them. The music has been really good too.
Leave naught but ash in your wake. Let sink sorrow into your heart.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that was great. I'm curious what the Savage version of that would be like. Because usually the fourth circles usually have like a second part or something like that. I only started doing Savages recently, so now we end this. That's right. Definitely want that. Oh, of course I didn't get it. Oh. Oh. Okay, then I got some arms. Well, Nito Burrito. Definitely gonna be grinding for that minion. Oh, I got a player combination. I don't know how. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here, now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you not go peacefully. I mean, there's got to be some motivation for us to come back here for the third time. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestos shall grow to eclipse yours. Now shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erythanios' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erythanios, He knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? My wish? You would claim the name Hippohatos and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Oh, but you know that's not the truth. Athena cared not for Erythanos, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interests, but in this plane you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart, and I could not nurture a son's while an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I will not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena, and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no. Then who? How do I? Uh-oh, this is not good. Trust in La Habrea. Hearken to your heart. Come back to us. Yeah, hearken to your heart. I hear you. I owe you, Anthemus, an apology. Athena, did you ever, in La Habrea, I will have my say. There we go. Unbind yourself. There you go, buddy. How? His mind was mine. I can't explain. Anthony's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Hey, he's gonna seal him. Is that gonna be good enough? I have a feeling that we're probably gonna see him again. Unless something else comes up. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've interfered much worse. You worthless. You. Uh-oh. He's gonna wipe him out into. Maybe? Oh. Reduced him to a little gem. He's gotten crystallized. Memoria? It appears my fairies have borne fruit, after all. Candy. Just stick that in my pocket. You did well, son. He's acknowledged his work. Are they gonna finally make up now? Where are we? We'll talk about that later. Okay. With Hippohatos' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erechthenos above, that he would bind Hippohatos with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nevertheless. Yeah, he did excellent. La Brea is looking at Erechthenos with concern. So I'm very curious of what the third circle is going to end up being like. Since we got La Brea here, and it seems like Hippo is sealed into a crystal. I feel no trace of Hippohatos poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hippohatos, and the force in sealing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? He is crystallized. We sealed him and crystallized him. I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthenos felt that the seal Hippohatos away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. That's true. La Brea, was that how you dealt with Hippohatos in the past? Indeed, he was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away, a mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hippohatos' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Could Athena be the cause for the next one? Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the wards of La Brea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though, we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, and we have been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an ideal fancy, and considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the words of La Brea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld a creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strength of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was, by theory, Athena's insisted, I developed the further curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so, I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishment as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Adidas to keep watch from Tataro's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. I do have a feeling Athena might end up being one of the boss's next circle. As for what occurred next, it's best to see with your own eyes. Flashback? Oh, is that him when he was younger? Is that me? You are well aware that our respect of our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium, are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Adidas forever. As well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Eric Neos, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it. So she might actually return. I think she may actually return. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feeling of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not reign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher, and mother to the son of a great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know. Oh, I didn't get to finish. And we shall see how this will end. Impossible. You bonded your souls? Aye, that the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At the moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one poured the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become thee, memory and mind. And I, thee. Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if I were my own. A faithless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought sparred for another for the star. So, how disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to exercise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fever. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul, ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness foster, but never again. I today assign fickle emotions amid a duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. We've seen that artwork somewhere before, just saying. But interesting. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that I have been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Il Graham, and M itself, in particular, made plain that the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think that one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse. Should something go awry, with a reminder of my soul, in hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures, and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should. Yet in truth, he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw. You see, our need for control blinded us to other prospects. While I was enthralled to Hippohastos, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? He did promise. Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. What does your heart tell you? What does your heart tell you? I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me? Even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know and had a fatal flaw. After all, I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you will doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you. Hey, I knew it! Thank you, Hippohastos. Well, gee, aren't we all some happy campers here? Phew, that was a whole lot to read there. A lot of exposition, too. Hippohastos was far more than an imitation of La Habrea. He was quite literally a part of him. But La Habrea, to me, is a man who thinks of not but his duty. By casting aside the burden that Hippohastos represented, he shall become ever more himself in a way. I have said all that needs to be said. From this moment forward, I pledge that my heart shall not lead me astray. I sure hope so. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandaemonium's gates. I gather my thoughts on the way. I was like, you're gonna let me out from here? We have regained complete control of the facility, but it shall take some time yet until things are in working order again. Athena viewed Eric as the ideal test subject. Hippohastos' research must have been very nearly complete to seek him out like he did. I owe you an apology, Anthony. It was due to my own inexperience that Hippohastos was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis had chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandaemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. Same. I probably would have not known much either. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Asm upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this he foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using facilities in Tataros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hippohasto's experiments and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hippohasto's essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I have not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hippohasto's ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another? I got the crystal of Azum. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company in Azum was aware of the plot unfolding with Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known? Even now, no threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. That task may take some time. A resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our results and then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or if you are so inclined, take a much needed repose. His talk of journeys smacks of Azum. As well it should. He has pledged to keep moving until he has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring the crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Alright, see you later. I look forward to your returning with the crystal, but worry not, I shall try my level best to stave off loneliness while you are gone. Oh, that's something else. As you may have noticed during our battle, La Habrea mask crowns me when I transform. It is said that we manifest in a way that reflects our innermost selves. I had thought that mask a symbol of the chains that bond my heart, but recent events have caused me to reconsider that assumption. The crystal that hangs from Ericthanios' waist was a gift from me, made in the hopes that it would spark growth in his aptitude for magic. It's plain that he no longer requires it, but I see no reason he cannot wear it for a while longer. Yeah. Alright, what do we need to do now? Back to the Northern Entity? Yep, looks like we're reaching the end to it. The very tail end. I have returned. Why, if it isn't Anthony, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian, commissioned for his search, was lost time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. Really? What happened? And to make matters worse, Nima Gigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the antiscope. In fact, please, must come with me. Sure. The heck's going on? Whoa. Did Pandaemonium come here? What? What is that? Is it real? I knew something else had to come up. Why is it whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Hey, Fortuno! Well, interesting to see you here. Well, I guess it makes sense for him to be here. And you two, Professor Clauden's assistants, I take it? As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Seems like Pandaemonium has made its way to the anti-scope. I gotta say, I was definitely not predicting that. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Ozzy's Law, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor even for a Claudian. But he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to retreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that insightful fortress, which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandaemonium, was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. Yes, sir. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such time that our investigation has concluded. Yes, sir. Very good. Now, if you excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Looks like we got ourselves in some deep trouble, folks. Oh, and we're just gonna end it there, okay. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting Fortuno to be a part of this. This is gonna be exciting. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudin remains unaccounted for. He has even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party of phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandaemonium's pitiless spares justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages, did the creations within do the same? Oh, that's a great question. What of the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortuno asked and write that report. As for you, Anthony, pray get what responsibilities will allow. When next we call you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Well, okay then. The appearance of Pandaemonium has sent ripples throughout the ethereal sea, which has been observed as far off as Theomanesian. Though access to the anti-scope has been temporarily restricted while the researchers go about their business, I'm sure exceptions can be made for one such as you. Yeah, thanks. Wow, okay, well, that's an interesting turn of events there. Definitely wasn't expecting it, but definitely looking forward to where the story of Pandaemonium will end up going. Considering, I have a feeling Athena may return. Maybe Hippohastos. But I don't know. Anything could potentially happen now, considering that Pandemonium is now in our current world and time. So, who knows? I'm excited for it, but it's going to be a while before we get to see it, of course. Oh well, we shall see.